Hello, welcome to Line War. Today we have a battle between SuperCrumpets, who is red on this section of the island, and Basantos, who ended up on the middle island. They both did go for this sort of area, but it's blacklisted. So Basantos still chose this area, and SuperCrumpets went over this area. He started here. I thought he was going to cross here, but he didn't. Both have gone for a navy yard straight away. We've got two barracks being built here. So what else has he built? He's got another navy yard and a barrack. Yeah, barracks up there as well. Over here we have Basantos, who has two navy yards and two barracks. So pretty similar starts. SuperCrumpets only went with one extra barracks down here, but otherwise they are pretty much the same. I don't know if you guys would agree, but this section of the map, it does have energy. I wonder if that's why he chose it. There is energy on both sides. I think I would have chose this side of the islands because then there's two islands you could obtain. I know there's less territory there, but it is still territory from two islands that you could sort of use. I guess this might just be big enough to counter that. That might be what SuperCrumpets is thinking. He's going for energy early. He knows he's going to need a lot of navy. And it is interesting to point out that both, like the navy yard on this side, there's one here, and SuperCrumpets has two, so he's going to have a lot of production of sea units over Basantos, but Basantos won't lose control of the ocean. So I'm predicting that SuperCrumpets will take over this area. Basantos is possibly assuming that SuperCrumpets is over here. It looks like he was trying to take over some territory, but he is going to try and invade this area straight away. And he's pretty much claimed half of this island so far. Doing a good job at trying to take control over this map at this point. And he's going to try and invade there straight away. So we're going to look at SuperCrumpets' point of view, and he is going to try and invade. But he knows, or he's assuming by the looks of it, that Basantos went here. And he's going to try and go around. He's going to try and focus on expanding. Whereas Basantos, unknowingly, is going to be attacking. From his point of view, he doesn't have a clue where the enemy is. He will see the energy well earlier than you would expect, because you can see those through the fog of war. And I don't think SuperCrumpets has vision there. He might catch it just here. I can't remember exactly where it was. And SuperCrumpets is going to be trying to take all of the islands straight away. I don't know if there's a third, another island. There's a little one there. Other than that, nothing really noteworthy, but he's going for all the major land masses just to find out where the enemy is. And he is taking longer to do it by going longer routes, but they are safer routes. And I think Basantos should have landed by now. He spotted the energy well. So he spotted the energy well. He knows where the enemy is now. And I think he feels like that's all he needed to know there. And that shipyard is throwing that ship base around quite a lot. This is an intense building cycle of that ship. Either way, these transport boats might cross over each other. And I don't know, Basantos has one coming really close to the shoreline. And SuperCrumpets has one going further out. So Basantos actually might make it there first. Surely because of that. We have a bit of eco going on in the center here, which might be a bit risky because SuperCrumpets is just here, and I'm assuming he's going to get some air units soon. Might not be straight away, but once he's taken the territory here, he might try and go for the airfields, and they're in quite a contested area. That's going to be a key point to attack for SuperCrumpets, but I suppose he wanted the eco early. He's not gone fully invested in it. This would be a safer area for a while unless Basantos loses control over that. But knowing that the enemy is here and he's got a longer journey to get to the other islands, Basantos would probably be just better trying to secure these other islands. And unfortunately, it looks like he's going to run out of energy. He doesn't have any energy production, and I can't see any energy wells. No, he has no energy wells right now. He's going to have to go up here, which he's trying to claim this area, but SuperCrumpets' transport boat is actually causing a bit of harm here for Basantos, delaying him just that little bit. And SuperCrumpets has taken over the island of Basantos without Basantos even knowing yet. Oh, you can just about see one of those units. There we go. But unfortunately for Basantos, he has no energy at all, and he can't get any without building a power plant. Which I don't think he's trying to build one. It looks like he's just going to go into other things. He does have an energy well on this island. It's being built. It's nearly ready. But unfortunately, that means SuperCrumpets, because I know he built energy early, will have had his transports reach this area first. And now he has an island all the way over here. And now SuperCrumpets is bringing on all of these units into this location to be transported across. And has pretty much claimed his whole island at the start now, just this one territory left, so he can send his units anywhere he wants. But Basantos is going to be building up some navy units here, so he could stop whatever he sees for a little bit. And Basantos does have some units here. He's got these units that are coming across. So SuperCrumpets has more units on this island. Oh, and we've found they've made contact here on these mountain edges. So it looks like SuperCrumpets probably will be able to take control over that. Let's have a look from Basantos' point of view, which is over here. He's going to be bringing his units back with a blue command, and he's bringing some other units in from the other areas from landed out. Got some units stuck in the mountain here. He wants them to stay. I think this is more of a scout to make sure these transports don't change direction and come down here. But we did have some units up here, if you remember. They are being taken care of. And looks like Basantos will clear them out. We've even got some ships moving a bit. They're going to try and take on some of these units, increasing the protection here for his own units. This island, it looks like Basantos controls. I don't think SuperCrumpets has units there. Oh, he does. He did manage to get some units across. And he's only got 3 units there, but taking the territory, he could start building production there. And Basantos, unless he spotted the transport crossing here, he might have missed it. Might not know that the unit's there. It looks like he probably does, as he's trying to send his units that way. Over here, Basantos does know that the enemy has landed here and taken some territory, but he doesn't know what he's going to face, so he's just trying to take the territory back. Over here, SuperCrumpets is trying to take control of this island, or at least a certain section of it, just for a while. He spotted the navy units there. He's got 2 cruisers coming in, which will do a lot of damage to these ships. But there is another cruiser being built, so I think that SuperCrumpets will be able to do a lot of damage, but not actually take anything out right now. And with the amount of infantry here, Basantos will take control of this land bit back as well. He's managed to remove SuperCrumpets from this top area of the map. And these units are about to go down as well. But unfortunately, it looks like Basantos wasn't able to keep control of these units that well. He's lost one of them already, but the 2 cruisers are now firing on the ships individually, which if they were to focus fire on one of them, they would take it out a lot faster. But unfortunately, you can't really force that to happen in this game. These 2 are focusing down this one ship, and that one is as well, to be fair, and that's going to take him down. So these 2 are going to focus that one. Oh, the cruiser did go down, and SuperCrumpets is out of energy. So he's lost out on energy. He's still got production, but he's running dry on it. He's building 2 energy wells. He knows this is going to be quite heavy in energy production. I'm surprised there's no air units yet. Both players are determined to go into the navy. And now SuperCrumpets has taken up that section of the map there, which Basantos can see his territory taken. He just can't see what's doing it. Over here we have a lot of transports coming in, trying to drop off some units. As these units are progressing across, we have production there. On that island, SuperCrumpets does have production being built, and he's put up a line But these units are going to come in from behind and take them out. And potentially just grab these territories before SuperCrumpets can in the first place. Whereas Basantos up here has set up his own line, try and stop these units getting through. But one is coming into contact, and we'll try and take these guys out. But unfortunately, probably won't be successful. There you go, Basantos has spotted this. He's moving his units forward together. He can only see 3 units, so I think he feels safe to do that. Over here, it looks like the Basantos lost the navy fight here. And his units managed to take out the navy yard, which will be great for SuperCrumpets, as he's pretty much stopped production from there now. All he has to deal with is this, and then he'll have control over this side of the ocean for a while. Let's have a look at the eco. We're about 10 minutes in, 12. So we've got 800 from SuperCrumpets, and Basantos has just under 800, so they're not far off each other. You've got to also point out that production, well, eco-wise, we only have one industry here and another one just here, whereas SuperCrumpets has done a bit more in the eco with 3 industry and 1 town. So Basantos definitely controls more land, and SuperCrumpets is using the production or the structures to his advantage. He's building another town up there. And from the looks of things, I don't think... Yeah, he's lost the island down here. I didn't think he was going to be able to take control over that. And he's lost control over this section as well. So Basantos has managed to keep his main island for now. He has been assaulted on multiple fronts, though. He's got units coming in quite heavily, which is going to be hard for Basantos to stop anymore. He won't be able to prevent that because he's lost control over the water. But he does have control over a lot more land. We'll have to see how this plays out in the later part of the game. SuperCrumpets has landed. He's built 1 barracks already. He's got another one being produced or constructed, and he is trying to take over as much territory as he can. Instead of trying to go on the assault down this way, he's just trying to take the territory away and play the long game so that the enemy can't actually keep control over his eco. There's another town being built here, actually, I've just noticed. We have some storage being built just in case. SuperCrumpets is trying to play it safe and have some storage ready in case he loses his energy wells. But it looks like SuperCrumpets is sending in so many units. Basantos is losing a bit of control. Not only in the section of his main base, which I think he'll be able to come back from, but up in the north, while that attacks are happening down here, SuperCrumpets is taking control over the territory right now. And eventually, if Basantos can't keep up with this, he's going to lose that navy yard as well. And from Basantos' point of view, he's got his 2 islands from behind. They should be perfectly safe for a while. And he does have a fair amount of navy units. And he's trying to collect the territory in the water to help increase his economy. And eventually he will be able to bring these units back round and take over this area. If he can build up enough forces. Because he does only have 1 navy yard production right now, whereas SuperCrumpet still has 2. So Basantos has nearly lost the entire north part of his main island. And he did lose the battle here, but I don't think the intention was to actually take over in that. I believe that was mostly just a distraction to allow him to take over the top part and have some units land here. These barracks are being produced. Basantos can see that that's happening. And Basantos has now switched his focus on the north section of the island. But he really needs to try and sort out this, otherwise he's still going to have to fight down in this section of the map. And he doesn't know it, but there isn't really much defense over this section for SuperCrumpets. He's just got the structures. Right, so now more eco structures have been built. I'm interested to see how the eco is playing out. We've got 1,000 SuperCrumpets, and from Basantos, 890. So he's still not doing too bad, despite losing a lot of territory. And he's got another industry over here. And one down here as well, so that will help him in the long run, trying to build up the eco from behind. But the cruisers, SuperCrumpets knows he needs his Navy units to come into the other side of the ocean. He's trying to take control over it. You can see he's focused on taking that structure out. SuperCrumpets just wants to control all of the ocean, not just his side of the map. And he's got some units, like his reinforcements are coming in and picking up the territory as well as main force at the front line. He's not worried about the territory as they're trying to chase the units away. Over in this section, we have a lot of artillery moving in. And they will quite easily take out most of the structures, but they will move quite slow at the same time. SuperCrumpets is still bringing in his units via the transport boats, but there aren't that many to bring in anymore. Pretty much cleared up his main area down here. He still has some units right at this place, but they are being picked up from this section and being brought this way, I think. Sure, I can see, yes. Ah, to that island there. Completely missed that for a second. The barracks are now built, and that's becoming a problem for Basantos because they're just coming in from this way, and he's got a bit of a relentless assault all around him, and he can only really focus down one at a time. So let's have a look how he's dealing with it with his lines. So he's bringing in his... Oh, to be fair, he's got a lot of artillery hidden in the forest I didn't see before. So these units will be trying to place a defenseman there and also sending some units down to deal with the production. I don't think he's going to have too much of a problem there, but it is going to affect the reinforcements coming into this section. So I'm pretty sure Basantos will recover from this and he will be able to take control over this island once again. And if Basantos can do this and keep hold of this island and the two behind him, I think that he will be able to play the long game and win over time. It looks like Basantos is struggling with energy. Once again, he still has his energy well down here, but he just needs a bit more, to be fair. As his Navy force grows, not that it's growing anymore, he doesn't have any production of Navy units, I don't think. No, I can't see any. So what he's got now in the Navy, in the ships, is going to be what he has for a while until he starts producing more. Anything lost is going to be permanent. From SuperCrumpets, we just got a lot of lines still up. He knows what he wants to do and he's getting it done. He's going to try and invade this island next. And there's a lot of units right here. What is Basantos doing there? He's literally just going to drive past these structures and go up to this area. He's going to take out this one probably by the units going across it. But is he really going to miss these ones? I think he's planning to take them out by sea. He wants his land units to get there really fast. And his Navy units are going to come down this way and take these structures out. That's the plan, I think. And he's still trying to build up his eco. So he is still focused on industry. You can see the Navy units that are coming in this way, taking the territory from the ocean. And Basantos is confident enough to start building this again. He knows that he can take all this out. He knows he'll regain control here. And SuperCrumpets is really trying hard to just find a way into the base of Basantos and wreak some havoc up in there. But Basantos is really trying to focus on the defense of his main location. And we'll deal with whatever happens afterwards a bit later, I think is the plan. Unfortunately for Basantos though, his plan to take out these by ship might be a bit more of a struggle than he once thought. With these units coming in on haste, they are moving really fast. But to be fair, it is just 3 cruisers against 3 cruisers plus these ships, so they should be fine. And they're distracted by the transport boat, which is acting as a meat shield right now, allowing them to get some free damage in. And Basantos did manage to take out those structures, so SuperCrumpets doesn't really have anything to defend there. Nonetheless, Basantos is going to chase him. No, he's going to stop the chase, pull him back a little. Going to let them escape for a while. But on the other hand, Basantos is taking out the structures down here. He is going to be able to take out this with the force that he has there. And SuperCrumpets is pretty much just going to have to let him at this point. Which he is, and he's going to focus on something else. He's trying to take out the structures with his navy and bring in his units via the transport ships. He's even managed to claim this little island here in the process. So I think he's pretty much got everything he can do with eco on his main island. He's building the city now, so once that's complete, there won't really be anything else he can do here. He might be able to claim this territory with a transport boat or something and then get rid of them after. He is now switching into air units. And so is Basantos. They're both doing that at pretty much the exact same time. Which I do think is quite interesting. Both went for 2 airfields pretty much at the same time. And over here, it looks like Basantos, if he can't keep control over this section, he's trying. He knows there's a problem here. He's building a barracks. But he's going to lose 2 industry if he cannot keep control here. On the other hand, he will take control over this section. And he might be able to use that to his advantage. But these structures are too close to the ocean to be able to make use of them. The SuperCrumpets has control there, pretty much. Does have a fair amount of units lying around the ocean, more than Basantos has if it came into an all-in-one battle. But Basantos would be able to take them out if he's able to start building some more units and focuses on them in small groups like this. What's going on here? He's got some units in this. He's going to try and bring down on this section. Does SuperCrumpets have vision there? He does not. So this town is going to be exposed to that attack. There we go. It looks like Basantos is losing his last bit of vision in this section. These navy units are scouting the map, claiming the territories as they go. I think he's just scouting the coast here to make sure no navy yard has been built as well. Doesn't want Basantos to get control once again in the ocean. That is a strange place to build this. So he's got the energy well and he's put it on this island. He's put the storage right, like even closer to Basantos' base. Could have put it over here maybe in the mountains, and then it would be a bit more stealthy, but it would have cost more for the pipes. But I think that's what I would have done, but maybe he's rushing. I mean, they are focusing a lot on everything that's going on. SuperCrumpets did engage over in this section, and it looks like he's going to do a lot of damage. I think he's going to win in that section now, which was Basantos' last navy units, I believe, other than his transport that's sneaking around the top here, and might make it worth it in the long run if they can actually destroy this town. On the other hand, you can see the transports coming in, but Basantos has spotted this. He's got units prepared already. I'm not sure what tried to attack this town. I must have missed that, unless it was the units coming in like this, and that's why he set them up. That probably is what's happened. He's spotted the barracks being built here. He's getting his units in there again. Focusing down that. He's got one airfield built. He's got another one nearly done, and a new one being built. Over in the top section of the map, it looks like Basantos has solved his energy issue, but does have one in a very risky zone that SuperCrumpets has pretty much just missed. Don't know if you can even see it. Not quite. If he got a little bit closer, he would do, and he's going to find it soon. There we go. He's spotted it now, just as I said that. But he will get those units to get there, and they will destroy it as they pass. And it looks like he plans to invade again, and he's got his line set up, unless that was from the previous invasion. But Basantos has tried to defend this area. He's not going to be able to do it in time. And unfortunately, that is a waste of cash with that factory there, because he wasn't able to build it in time for it to be useful. So SuperCrumpets is going to get a win on that island. Unfortunately for Basantos, it looks like instead of restricting Crumpets to his side of the map, SuperCrumpets restricted Basantos to his island on the map. I can hear commandos. Yep. A lot of commandos being built. I think he's going to go for some transport jets. There are 4 airfields being built. Have a look at what SuperCrumpets has got. He's got 3, and he's going for the long-range bombers. Where are they going? They're already off. They're going to come in through the land here and bomb anything and everything they can find on the way. And that might clear up a lot of production there. If Basantos can't defend from it, and it doesn't look like he's got a lot, but he's also blowing some of his own things up anyway. Those bombers are going to come straight in. They're going to see pretty much everything in this area now. They did a lot of damage to that airfield, but just not quite enough. But I think the idea is for these units to come in and finish the job, but there is defensive units here. And they've already wasted their bombs on the journey there. I say wasted, I mean, they've already used their bombs on the journey there. They're already going home. Basantos sent his strikers out. They're going to try and take out the energy to stop SuperCrumpets from doing that again. The infantry up here that was transported by the little boat has managed to destroy this town up here. And SuperCrumpets is going to take them out pretty quick after that. If that energy well goes down, is that going to be a problem? Probably not. Not too much. So he's lost 1 energy well. It's not too much of a problem. These are the ones that are connected. He's building a power plant to replace it down here, which are just as expensive but half as effective. The SuperCrumpets has a lot of cash standing by, ready to be used on whatever he decides to use it on. He's managed to take control over this section, and he's trying to destroy anything he can find with his navy on that island, and he's pretty much doing a good job, but these artillery are going to fire back, and they're going to do a lot of damage back to him. The energy well has been reached. These cruisers will take that out. Those bombers are coming back in for another run, and they probably will take this airfield out this time. It looks like they're spreading out their damage quite a lot. So for SuperCrumpets, let's have a look. Oh, we set up strike command, so they are actually targeting specific structures. 1 goes down, and that was the airfield. You can see the transport jets coming in now, so Basantos is definitely planning to use his commandos. We have an airstrip there as well, I've just noticed, so Basantos is going to send his commandos in very soon, I think, and he is still targeting this structure here again. Over there, it's just the Navy attacking still, and it looks like the Navy did destroy the artillery here and the energy well, which might present a problem for Basantos soon if SuperCrumpets keeps on destroying his energy, because he's going to need a lot of energy soon with all these transports going on. He's got the transport jet heading off over there next to that energy well, so he's definitely targeting the energy for this. There's nothing to defend it. They've all been sent to the top here and forgotten about after the town was destroyed. But SuperCrumpets was quick to respond to this. He's sending all of his bombers in this direction to take out those 2 commandos. So I don't think those commandos are going to be that effective, but it is going to cost SuperCrumpets a lot of time with these jets that he can't use over in the main area. He wants to. The strikers are going to come in and try and finish the job. And there's just no anti-air over here. SuperCrumpets has put a lot of his effort into attacking the enemy. He's not really put a lot into defending. He's going to rely on his jets for that. But unfortunately, there just isn't any anti-air. So those strikers are going to do a very good job at clearing up anything they find on this location. Basantos, on the other hand, does have some anti-air lying around. He's got some SAM units in this area. And he's doing a very good job at keeping this island. And he's got this island still, but it is under harassment. There we go. The strikers are back up again. They're going to target the airfields this time, which could be very detrimental to SuperCrumpets at this point, as he's just not able to defend from this. And that's going to be a lot. So not only is he getting the airfield from this, he's going to be able to destroy 4 bombers that are right there. And they can't even lift right now. They're out of energy. SuperCrumpets has run out of energy, despite still having energy production. So he can't even lift them off to try and save them. And the commandos are being dropped in. They're going to try and get some extra damage on these, I think. Or they're just going to try and defend themselves from the infantry that were already here. Yeah, so Basantos has nearly destroyed those 2 airfields. Surprised he wasn't able to destroy them with the units that he had. But I don't think SuperCrumpets is still going to be able to stop him on that second run. We do have an interceptor as well. I've just noticed that Santos is switching into interceptors. Or he's maybe just built a couple of them just to help against those bombers. But at this point, I don't think he really needs them. He did manage to destroy one of those airfields. SuperCrumpets has managed to sort out some energy, and he has taken off with these strategic bombers. And the strikers are probably going to be able to kill this one as well. There we go, it's gone down. He's ran out of energy, but some of these just don't have anywhere to land, so they're going to fly off in a random direction. There's 3 of them flying off randomly. I think, no, these 2 are going this way. That bomber's targeting that. They're not going to fly off randomly. They are going to be able to have some storage somewhere, by the looks of it. But SuperCrumpets is now going to have to change the tide of war, because he's got control of the ocean with his navy fleets lying around somewhere just over here. But he did not manage to get control of the air. There we go. So he's scouting with his strikers right now, and he's trying to take out some more energy wells. And SuperCrumpets has a lot of storage, just not a lot of production. So he's got the 2 energy wells that are very exposed right now and heavily damaged, and he's just got the power plant left after that. I think he did have an energy well down here, but it looks like it was destroyed once already, and he's rebuilding it. Over in this section, he doesn't have any, but he does have some more jets being built. He is trying to colonize this island as well right now, so Santos does have a problem over in this section of the map. He's going to lose another island, and in the long run, that will benefit SuperCrumpets, even if he is losing on the ground at his main base. But the bombers are coming in, and although there is anti-air here, it's just not enough right now. The interceptors are going to be very good at trying to take them out, but they're going to do a lot of damage before any resistance is going to be enough to stop them. So yeah, those bombers are going to take out this airfield as well. And from Basantos' point of view, there is only 1 transport jet on it, which is kind of fortunate, but he does want those transport jets to try and expand the map. And that striker's going to come in again, but he's going to be hit by 2 missile ships. And that will eventually destroy the striker if he doesn't manage... Yeah, there you go, he's gone down. It looks like another one's going in on his own. There's another one here. But I don't think... They need to go in one big force at this time. Especially when there's defense there already. But he probably will get this kill. It is heavily damaged. I'm not sure if he is going to get the kill. Another striker went down. This one is heavily damaged and does also go down. The strikers over here are being called in to try and take out anything in this area, which unfortunately I just don't think they can reach, and Basantos is losing ground on this island as well now and doesn't really have much to defend it with apart from the production that's already here. Something going on up here. Ah, the submarines. So Basantos has changed into submarines and sent them up north to try and take out the cruisers that are there. And it looks like SuperCrumpets hasn't spotted this. His ships can't even see the submarines right now, so his cruisers are going to be getting a lot of damage. They're just going to sit there and die, to be fair. And even there, you can see the sub-pen is right next to some enemy units, but they just can't see it because that's stealthed as well. It looks like SuperCrumpets has controlled a lot of the ground here with mostly with his infantry. He still lacks anti-air, except for in the water. And these bombers are going to come in again and try and take out some more airfields. But there's a lot of SAM units right now. So Basantos has built up a large anti-air on the ground on his main island. And that's going to do a lot of damage to these planes as they fly over. But these planes, I think, are coming from down here right now. Have a look, SuperCrumpets. No, not... Well, yeah, there's an airstrip there, but they're going to this airfield. Over on this island, it looks like Basantos was able to hold back the initial attack, so he might be able to keep control over this island. Our interceptor's going to go down. There we go. Looks like he's going to try his submarine tactics again to try and take out this energy well, as he's trying to take control over the ocean once again. Got 3 sub-pens, so he's going to have a lot of submarine production. And he already has them up here. He's got another energy well he can take out there. So SuperCrumpets is heavily under assault from energy, which he's going to completely struggle with if he carries on. Letting them go down to submarines. We do seem to have all of these infantry that was once protecting this island. Moving up to here with all the transport boats, there's going to be one major assault right on this section of the map. We have an airfield full of strikers under assault from these bombers. And I'm hoping Basantos does not lose all of those strikers at once. There we go, they are going to move into the air. They're just trying to use his anti-air there. So even though strikers are focused on bombing the ground, they do have anti-air machine guns at the front of their craft, and they can fire against these. They just won't be as effective. But Basantos is moving his missile ships this way as well. Not missile ships, the SAM units, sorry. The missile ships over here have been moved out to intercept the submarine there. And the submarine was able to take that energy well away. Meanwhile, Basantos is struggling to stop the production of SuperCrumpets on this island. Although he practically won the fight already, SuperCrumpets has built 5 barracks on there, and that is slowing down that artillery a lot. But some submarines have just moved in to try and take out these cruisers, and they just might be able to do a lot of damage to them. I don't actually know what wins. I know submarines are meant to be stealthed and that's their main effectiveness. But when you got 5 against 3 submarines, 4 at the time, I think. Can the cruisers do enough damage to the submarines when they're underwater? I don't know. I think they can because Basantos is retreating right now. To be fair, with submarines, it's better to do hit and run tactics as they do a really strong first hit against the enemy when it comes to fighting. There you go, the strikers are moving in. They're going to be the ones that try and clear up these navy and take out that structure. And potentially stop these transport boats getting in. On the other hand, I do want to keep an eye on those other transport boats, which have dropped units off now. The artillery are here to try and stop them, but there's 5 artillery against, I don't know, about 10 or 20 infantry there. So Basantos is trying to bring a lot of units down this way and see what he can do. And he is getting rid of his subpens. He feels like he's got enough submarines and he doesn't want them anymore, so he's got what he wants. On the other hand, he's bringing a lot of units to this corner and a transport boat, so I think he's going to try and take over this island. Which, to be fair, he might actually be able to control this island. There's a lot of infantry there. And the artillery will go down, but he does still have some more units in that area. Maybe he doesn't realise how many infantry are coming that way. To be fair, he can't see that, so he probably doesn't. And Basantos has spotted SuperCrumpets' navy yards with those submarines and will probably be trying to destroy as many of those as he can. But a destroyer's come out, and that's what's going to be good at destroying these submarines. But the strikers could also just come over and try and wipe them out as well. There we go, the submarines are also attacking the energy well down here. So there's a lot of commands going on, a lot of battles in multiple parts of the map, literally all over the map. Got engagements going on here, on this island here, assaults from the sea and land here. So the transport jets coming in now, they're going to be taking a lot of commandos with them, I would have thought. And even down here with the submarines, they're trying to take out anything they can find. Those transport boats have changed position. They're coming into this direction now. There we go. The commandos are being dropped right on top of this production. Have a look at SuperCrumpets' point of view so we can see all that happening. There's a lot of infantry there, to be fair. I don't think those commandos are going to survive very long. And I don't think Basantos will be able to get enough units there with the 2 boats that he has. And at this point in the game, we're nearing the end, I suppose. So I want to see what the eco's like. I still don't know who's going to win this. We've got 1,500 from SuperCrumpets, and Basantos has just 1,000 almost. Was 1,500? Yeah. So SuperCrumpets definitely has control of the economy. And that's mostly because of his cities being built all over the map. Or across the map, should I say. The strikers are doing as much damage as they can. And they are pretty much unchallenged, but they're just not doing enough damage fast enough. And SuperCrumpets is trying to take over this island right now, and I think that one major assault, although at first looked like it could be defended from, right now it's just getting bigger and bigger as the transport boats keep dropping off units and production has started. I think Basantos really needs to redirect these units up towards the north and defend his main base. He's trying to get rid of these transport jets now. He's going to put them on the def command. They'll fly over to that and be destroyed. Or they'll just take off and destroy mid-air. There we go. The infantry down here are coming down. And they will start attacking the town and this airfield that he's been trying to protect. And there isn't really much in the way of that he can do to defend that right now. He's bringing the units in, but I think that might be a little bit too little too late at this point. Whereas SuperCrumpets is still bringing in some units. Not as many, but he's pretty much got all of his army there now. Over in this section, SuperCrumpets is trying to take control. I don't think he's going to succeed, but I don't think he needs to if he does down here. We did see the town get destroyed there. Is there anything going on over here? No, so it is pretty much all focused on this section right now. And this island over here. But I think Basantos, the developer of the game, one of them, is being overrun from his starting location. To be fair, he defended it for a very long time. So these units are going to be brought back now. He's given up on the assault down here, which has a lot of units there that he just couldn't manage to break through. He has spotted the energy well. He's still not given up. He's got his submarines coming in through this way, and they will attack that location. Both groups of units will. They're going to converge here by the looks of it. Yeah. We have some units being brought in from the south here. They've taken out the energy well of Basantos. He doesn't have as much production anymore. And he's trying to set up a line across the entire section of the map, which is probably going to be quite difficult to achieve, to be fair. He doesn't have as many units down here. And he's losing his town and industry up in the north here. He's practically lost all of his structures in this section. He's still got a sub-pen there, and he's got these 3 structures, but the end of the match has been reached. Basantos has given up the island. SuperCrumpets was able to take over the map pretty well and kept on the harassments all over the place to keep Basantos guessing where the main focus was. And I think that is why it was able to win him the game. Let me know what your thoughts were on that match. There are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you on one of those videos. Thanks for watching.